Hello, Internet! We are back for another episode of... I almost said Unfairy Tales. Wow, what's wrong with me? We're looking at some more of your favorite, or maybe not favorite creatures. All from the Borderlands today. Whoops, nope, why did that happen? Okay, hold on. Running my tests, as you know I do. YouTube is up and running properly, which means I now need to boot up Twitch and make sure that's up and running. I forgot to get my water before I came up here. Dang, nabbit. Last live, November 10th. Nope, what about right now? I bet I am. There we go. Making sure everything's running on Twitch. That was hella interesting. I apparently found a little keyboard shortcut to mess with the volume levels of things. I didn't know that was a thing that could happen. But here we are. Today we're going to be taking a look at Borderlands creatures because I would love to start doing a series where we just go over things that we've seen in media and build stat blocks out of them. That will be a series for a little bit later, though. We've got so many plans, so much stuff. I will say, since this is something I told the rest of the DMs at DM Roundtable about already, if you do come hang out in our Discord and make words one day, I will pop the link down there in both chats for you. If you do want to join our Discord, we do talk about tabletop stuff in there. But I will also say that I have been talking to Grimjack, and Grimjack... So basically we've been trying to figure out where would be the best place for us as DM Roundtable to start running games and like setting up events so that people can come join games that we're playing. And originally I was like, I don't want to do this in Okamigakure because I feel like whatever that is, it's going to get drowned out no matter what. But hanging out with the people from Enclave, like their community manager and just Robbie in general, the way that their server runs, you have specific roles, and those roles let you get pinged and let you see certain channels. So Grimjack and I were talking, and we're thinking of changing the intro message to Okamigakure to be like, if you would like to play these kind of games, let us know, or ping the mods, and one of us will switch your role over to that. And I think that could work, and then we'll just make a section at the bottom, like looking for game or what have you. There's some other stuff we're working on at the moment, but right now, that is the potential plan. I thought that we could do this easily on the... What's up, Awaz? We could do this easily on the Geek Tank Games Discord, which doesn't exist, but I opened it and started it. My boss was like, nah, we don't need a Discord. And I'm like, come on, man. We could make this so easy. People could just come talk to us. It would be fantastic. And then people from DM Roundtable could run games in there too. Like, hell yeah, man. And he's like, nah, we don't need that. I'm like, come on. Come on. Come on. So maybe someday in the future, not someday, sometime in the semi-near future, we will be instating those. I do have to talk to Grim some more about it, but that also tells me that what we should be doing is changing the welcome message to be like, hey, do you want to be included in any of these groups for certain kinds of games? Because there are a bunch of roles in Okamigakure already that are for specific kinds of games, or people who play very specific games. Like there's stuff for Warframe already and some other stuff. So that's potentially on the table. There's some other stuff, but we're thinking that might be the one. The rest of the DMs also had an idea that the goods and service that we could sell on Patreon is signing up for one-shots run by each of us. I think those might be cool as well. I definitely think Okamikure, like, messages will get drowned out, even if it's just certain people looking for it. If we can run it like Enclave, and I agreed. When I started my campaign originally, I was like, we should make a separate Discord because I think it's just easier to run it out of a separate Discord. And everyone in my party was like, nah. And then everyone in my party who has DM'd has their own Discord for those games. And I was like, why'd you guys do this to me? Why you do this? I agree. Especially because we'd be so, like, the way Discord runs, if you make it a looking for games server, it actually changes the way that you appear in search. And I don't know if we want to do that to everyone who's already in there. I don't know. But Crimjack's like, no, I'll filter them through us. I'm like, I guess. But it will be more work for the rest of us. So, just something to think about. At some point, we would like to do that. I'll even start running digital games, I guess. I wouldn't mind also just doing like a one shot somewhere else that's in person that I could do looking for games for. I think that could also work pretty well. Trying to think what else. Streams wise, next week will be the thank you stream. I'm not sure if it's going to be Friday or Sunday. Which one would be better for you, Awaz, Friday or Sunday? Because it is play Marvels with the play Marvels. Oh yeah. Play Rivals with the community, and I would love to play Rivals with you and a whole bunch of other people. We can have some fun. Okay. I should be free Sunday. And I also think I was worried about doing it Friday because, like, the Thursday is Thanksgiving, and I'm sure I'm just going to be very sleepy on Friday. And I'm like, ugh, I don't really want to do that. So I thought Sunday was a better option. As far as I know, I'm free on that Sunday. So it'll just be another day of us all playing together and having fun. And maybe we get another impromptu Okami plays, and I can word salad a new title. Because, man, do I love word salading a new title. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And the notes post that I released today for Respected Hunters and above on Patreon and I guess technically the other tiers of Twitch and YouTube, I'm thinking of bringing back another series, which would actually make a new poll for me. But I'm not 100% sure how I would want to run that. I think I'm going to run it the same way as the thank you stream. I'll do one poll on YouTube and one poll on the Discord. Honestly, now that I think about it, I don't even have to compile those results. I can just do 2 separate polls and use that data. That actually might be, yeah, that might be the better option. I run 2 separate polls, one on YouTube, one on the Discord, and I just get all the information from there. But I used to do this series where I would poll the audience and be like, yo, give me a genre and I will play a game, or we can all play a game together. And I just feel like at this point in time, that's a pretty good option. I have so many games. I just wanted an excuse to start playing them. Oh, I see. So you can play with us for a while. I cannot speak. It is really bad. And it's an excuse to get people to look at my backloggery because I'm sure other people are looking for things that I'm not. I just have so many games. And I want to try them. I also, content-wise, I feel a little bad that all of my, like, edited weekly videos recently have been unboxings, but I just have so much stuff that I want to clear the packaging away for and, like, start getting down to business on that it's there. And, like, I'm so close to catching up to exactly where I am and not getting ahead that I'm worried if I do a vlog that's long, editing it will take forever and I'll fall behind. I'm just trying desperately to stay afloat, and if I can unbox things which are relatively easy, then I'm doing that. I'm trying so hard to stay afloat. I want to at least make it to the end of the year with this uploading every day schedule. I don't think I have enough regular shorts and Twitch highlight video things to actually make it until like the end of next year. So that's fine. When I've run out of ideas for shorts, I'm just not going to do the upload every day, and I'll start working on somewhat longer form content or just whatever I want to actually do. But I think I can, not I think, I know I can make it until the end of this year at least. So I want to do that out. I want to say I did this for a whole year, basically. I don't actually know if it's a whole year. I think it's slightly less than a year, but whatever. Because I was still working my regular job when this year started. Or was I? I'm not sure. It might be I hadn't started doing shorts. Something like that. Either way, I would like that to be the thing. I think that would be good, and then I can just sit there and actually work on videos. I would love to get back into that and just do more fun stuff in general and hang out with y'all. I do have a plan to start up This is the Police 2, or no, sorry, This is the Police Let's Play soon. I just want to get more than a week ahead. Aww. We love having you around. I was commenting to the group last night. I had one of the Twitch streams for Rivals up last night, and the stream I was in had like 950 to 1100 people in it. And the chat was so dead that I was like, I cannot believe there are 1,000 people here and they're talking less than when we just have AWAs in the chat. Like, that's crazy to me. It's like we have such good community members. We have such a good audience. And we have fun, too. Oh, Shin said he'll be here soon. That's good, that's good. I don't know if... I don't see DM Lacara online. Yeah, but in a freaking great way. I don't see DM Lacara online, but I'll give her until the usual. Okay, so there are a lot of creatures we're going to go through, but basically they're all the same with like one or two minor variations. So I know we have enough content to fill. I don't think we need to rush. So I'll give her till the usual 15, especially if DM Shin comes and joins soon. And he can tell us about his plans too. Also, I'm very happy that you're over in the Enclave Discord as well and like talking to people so that they know you. But they said you haven't played yet. You can play with anybody in there. All the people who play regularly are good people. And realistically, that goes for any and all of you out there in the chat. If you want to play a diceless, tableless TTRPG with mostly common sense rules and an incredibly simple character sheet, and progression system, Enclave is the way to go. The Kickstarter for their essentially 2E just ended, but you can still late pledge if you want to. Lacara said it because she was like, "Oh, someone else was in the Enclave server and was like, oh my God, Awaz, what's up?" And I was like, "Yay! I hope she's participating." And then I was like, Zella, has Awaz been playing games? And Zella was like, I'll check. She was like, "Nope, just talking." And I was like, "Oh, we'd be really happy if you joined in some of their games too." Proud of our little baby bird flying away from the nest. But hopefully just out there having fun. You can literally ping I think it's active players and active conduits roles anytime, and someone will be like, "Yeah, I'll run your game," which is crazy to me. They are so ready to play with almost zero prep. I mean, you still need focus words to go off of, but it is crazy to me that they are so ready to play 24/7. I hope we can get there at some point. I actually just had the realization that I should do a D&D boot camp with Fist at some point, so you can be ready to join the 5 of you if you 5 do actually play, because I think everyone has experience but Fist. What? Why not? I'm also too nervous in that server to ever ping anyone, but I also know I'm not gonna have the 2-hour block that I need unblocked. Sorry, I just keep on yawning, which is weird because I took a long nap today on the couch with my sister's dog. Ah, I see. Nerds are cool. The world is our oyster. And that's all. Ooh, where's my tissues? Now my nose is running because I yawned so hard. So hard! Give me that. Actually, you know what? Before we do get started, I'm going to have Steve come out and protect me for a second. I will be right back. I'm going to go get my water. Steve, protect us! very gently. Okay, I'm back. Ugh. Steve, you have done well to protect us yet again. Thank you, Steve. You're the best. Around, nothing's ever gonna keep you down. Yeah, I think everyone's ready to start running games for everyone else. Hell yeah. I think the time has come. The time has come. Oh. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Are we done now? I hope so. Okay. And let me see. Are there any other announcements that I can make? I don't think so. Oh, only that. Did you know the last Creatures episode we did was in March? That's insane. Creatures was like how this all started. I think. Well, technically Classes was how this started. But the idea of going through Creatures is how this all started. There's just so much homebrew to go through. Hell yeah. I also haven't made another SuppleMENTAls episode in a while because I'm currently not reading a D&D book. I'm reading a sci-fi light novel series. But when that's done, I'll probably get back on the D&D train. We appreciate you because you're one of the only people that participates. I know there are other people out there, but none of y'all ever put in a vote. Why? Except Fist. Fist is the only one that I'm like, I know why you don't put in a vote. And that is because he cannot for some reason. But he could just tell us and we'll put in the vote for him. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to be mad about it if you can't put it in one of the actual polls. You could just tell us. Oh, I am so gassy. This is bad. Oh my god, excuse me. Oh my god. Oh, it's 8:15. Okay, so we're doing these in alphabetical order. So this is going to start with Bullymongs, and then we're going to move to Rakks, and then we're going to move to Varkids. So, starting with Bullymongs. If you are on YouTube, you can drop the description of this here video. Like, right now. You can drop the description. And be like, yo, let me follow along with these Bullymongs. If you are on Twitch, you can. Oh, this is loud, much louder than the last song. Hold on. Yeah, let me lower that a bit. You can follow along with us by clicking this here link. Boop. Yep, I'll keep it pinned there. That's fine. And yeah, the first creature is Bullymongs. All of the creatures we're going to be taking a look at today are from the Borderlands series. And if you do not know the lore of these creatures, I can tell you a lot about them, but I'm no Sir Hammerlock. So Bullymongs are creatures that are... Bloop. Just going to do this and do that. Oh, let me send this to the group so that they have it too. Bullymongs are basically big old yetis. They throw rocks, they punch stuff hard, they leap at you. Some of them have 4 arms, some of them have 2 arms. But there's an entire quest where the biologist, anthropologist guy, Sir Hammerlock, is trying to catalog them. And he wants to give them a new scientific name. And the quests that you go through, they veto every one of his options. And finally, he goes, one of the things he yells is, "Fine! Their scientific name shall be Bonerfarts! Did someone take that name?" So a lot of these comments are like, what do you mean by Bullymongs? Their scientific name is Bonerfart, thank you. there's a lot of boner fart comments over here, and that is why. If you've played Skylanders, basically slam bams, but angrier. Like just a whole race of slam bams. And the way that this particular person, I think it's particular bar, is the person who made all of these, works through them is he gives you the basic stat block for what that basic creature is. And in Borderlands, there are some variations of them, but a lot of it is just like, oh, regular form, badass form. And then there's like one or two in between. Some of that is happening here, but the way that particular bar has broken all these creatures down, it's like regular form, bunch of variants, raid boss form. Because there are in Borderlands raid boss versions of a bunch of the enemies that you have to go around and find, like Rakks, the Invincible. So particular bar made sure that there's a huge, incredibly destructive version of one of these creatures in each of the sets. And you can raid boss along with yo party if you want to. But first of all, we have Bullymongs. They would give good hugs, but they would probably break you like Bane. This is interesting in that they're like, oh, are Bullymongs natural beasts? Are they magically modified monstrosities? You don't know, but you know, you can take it. They take advantage of their extra arms and their incredible strength. So in game, they leap at you, they punch you, they throw rocks. We'll see how far these particular ones get. Okay. So we're going to start with juvenile Bullymongs. Monglets are newborn Bullymongs whose second pair of arms have yet to develop at all. Brat Bullymongs have a second pair of arms, but they are not as strong as their adult counterpart. So kind of like dragons, there's even like life cycle CR level versions of these creatures. The Monglet is small, which is weird because these things tower over you. I would say that they're kind of like caught between small and medium because like they're way bigger than dogs and stuff in game, even when they're Monglets. But whatever, they're using small here. So little Monglets, they only have one set of arms. AC of 13, that's fine. They've got 5d6 plus 5 hit points at 22. Speed 20 feet, but their climb is 40 feet. I hope that they have some bonus to athletics later on. Oh. Particular bar did not give them any bonuses because these dudes be like jumping and swinging on shit. They better have a pretty high dex. They have pretty okay strength and dex, all things considered, but no skill bonuses. Very interesting. Wait a minute. Excuse me. Stone throw of only 10 or 20 feet? I get that it's a baby, but it's still way stronger than the average human in game. And the punch only does 2d4 plus 2? That is... I get that it's a CR half, so you could like swap these guys in for goblins or other things. They have way more health than a goblin, but they're fodder at the beginning. So next up, you got Brat Bullymongs. These are the ones that now have 4 arms. AC went up to 14, so just up by 1. Hit points went up quite a lot because you're using a different hit die. Their regular speed is now 25 feet, but their climb speed stays at 40. Okay, I just realized all of them have, on this page, have a speed of 40, which is not, like... the climb speed, that's fine, but I meant their speed, their regular walking speed of 25. These things are fast, dude. They are leaping all over the place. So this is a little strange that he's making them so slow. but good at climbing on things. I mean, I guess ecologically and like level wise, that sort of makes sense. If you want to make them super agile, like the apes in Tarzan, but they're not slow by any means. What's up, DM Shin?
What is going on, Okami?
Not much. You?
Not much. Sorry for being so late.
That's all gravy. I'm just happy y'all here. Oh, wow. Hell yeah. Perfect timing. DM Lacara's here too.
Hello.
Did you guys plan that? You like staggered yourselves in.
Oh, did we? Did Shin just arrive?
Uh-huh.
Yep, I did.
Shin, it is so good to hear you here.
Ooh,
What
that's
is going on?
true. Welcome back.
It's true. We have not been on an episode together in quite some time.
In a
Holy hell.
long time. It has been very sad. I had to try to do the channel ad without you. It was weird.
I had to do it last week without you. I forgot how difficult it is. But folks, I am almost truly have escaped from the demi-plane of home repair.
Yes.
Rebuilding your bastion is not the chapter they tell you about.
It's not alive.
It has been a challenge.
You can't just go harvest some werewolf skins and everything's
No.
good.
No, it is not that simple, unfortunately. But you know me. I have been crafting and drafting. Last week we showed you missed it, but we got to show off some stuff from something else I've been working on. The
Non-Cardinal?
Non-Cardinal.
Ooh.
D&D related, but older D&D related.
Ah.
I crafted an entire classic D&D setting.
Oh,
Because
nice.
why not?
Yeah, really.
Why? Because why not? But it is fun. I was talking to everybody about it. You would actually enjoy the halflings / hobbits of this world, DM Lacara, because they have magic based on either fishing or hearth magic, home magic.
Oh, that's awesome.
Think tiny trinkets with magical effects that are empowered by the idea of home.
I could do so much with that.
Like I said, I knew I would say it, and you'd be like,
Sign me up.
okay. Yeah. I knew that would be. I knew that would be a winner for the car. I
That
know
is
Okami
great.
would have fun in this personally too, because I quite also have made the closest thing I can to a druid that is also a monk for you.
That sounds fun.
Think steel weapons made of wood.
Ooh.
So think woods like cedars, mahoganies, sequoias, with the density and either attack rating or armor rating of certain steels.
I'm just imagining Lacara's husband tasting each and every one of those weapons.
Oh, you don't even know. He's already... So we played some Enclave this weekend, and he's created an alchemixologist, and he just hit level 2, so he's figuring out his first perk, and he's like, okay, so it's gonna be lick-based. I'm like, of course it is.
I love it. I love it.
Yep.
Yep. Awas does have a good point though. You said you had a handout last week, DM Shin, but we didn't hand it
Ah,
out.
yes. Ah, yes. I never handed it out. I will give. Well, I just gotta pretty much give you just hand people the link that I gave you.
Ooh.
I will make a copy for people to see. That is in full effect, and hand you the link, and then you could just put the link up, and people can just go get it, download it.
Down, girl. Down, Awas. Bad, bad, bad.
Awaz, no.
Bad.
Awas and the resident bard were actually in the same room, like this weekend, and the universe didn't implode, which I thought it would. But
There's still time. There's still time. No.
Also, it was good to see you on the words server. There we go.
I know, it's so nice. You spread your little wings and you went and hung out over there. I'm hoping you get... Okay, so now that I've talked to Zella about you being on that server, I'm sure she'll start messaging you every day too.
She messaged me, and I have been writing the response in like triplicate because she asks so many things, and I appreciate it. But I feel like I have to respond to all of it or none of it.
I get a message from Zilla like once every other day, which I feel like is somewhat unique. I feel like with Zilla it's usually like every day or not at all.
You've become a really big part of the... You've been joining into the Enclave community. Folks, you might actually find DM Lacara somewhere.
Oh god, that's true. Yeah, I actually have somewhere I hang out now.
It's true. It's true.
And she officially exists elsewhere besides there. We cannot protect her in this new space.
I also hear that you've become so prolific that there's a petition to make you one of the greeters.
What? What do you mean prolific? I play like one game a week.
They love you, man.
I mean, I love them too. I genuinely do. It's an amazing community. Yeah, I feel after talking to Zilla, she shared with me notes because I made a joke about like, oh yeah, there's going to be so many space-based missions when I like eventually decide to conduit, and she was like, yeah, when is that happening? I was like, I haven't read the rules for it yet.
She was like, this, DM Lacara? When you're ready to do it, I will definitely play. I will definitely come back for that. I will absolutely come back for that. I think I can petition to get Speedy and Okami back for that as well. And we'll team up with Resident Bard for all the shenanigans we can.
Oh yeah. I mean, I could actually, that's not a half bad idea. I could do like a test run on here with you guys before I subject the rest of a foreign server to my zaniness.
You know my answer is never no.
Yeah. So last week, I thought Clubs was going to show us minis or his terrain from Trench Crusade, and instead he was like, we're going to play Boot Hill. And I was like, huh? And we had a shootout in Boot Hill. And like, there was zero prep on, I think, anybody's end. I mean, he did prep before because he'd run Boot Hill for you guys before, I think, right, Shin?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he had the stuff there already. He was just like, bam, here it is. And I was like, oh, it does work. We can definitely start doing more of these.
We need to do more of these. I may or may not have screamed at the top of my lungs at Okami that we need to do more of these. Because,
for real.
Because quite honestly, folks, you know we can play. And you know that we're good at what we do. So let us do what we do best for you in play.
And actually, this segues beautifully into something that I was yelling at Okami for earlier today, which is including the ability to for people to pay to play with Okami, either live on this channel or just in general.
Yelling at Okami.
I made a little announcement earlier, you know.
Make it again. People on here may not have heard it.
That's true. I know some of you on YouTube were here. I can see you. Even if you don't want to say things, that's fine. I can see you. I know you were here. But yeah, one of the other announcements was I think we can start doing a gooder service sale on Patreon for one shots and maybe two shots, but probably not campaigns. I don't think any of us have the time for campaigns.
Might not right now, or if I did, it would be mini adventures. I could do mini adventures right now. Maybe like 4-part, like an adventure session, and like you just keep playing those characters the next time I have the energy for an adventure session, or you have the time.
I was thinking about that kind of thing specifically because I was on I don't remember what I was watching or what have you, but someone was like, you know, you could run one shots that don't link together story wise, but if someone makes the character, they can just bring them over. And I was like, so Adventurers League without the certificates? That could work.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Like, just be like, this is a level 5 mission. Bring your level 5 characters. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, I would actually be happy to do that. I think by January, I'm hoping by January I will have finished putting together the Isle of Mistryn as like a complete bundle to try and do a test run of. So maybe somehow getting the community. I know there's been people who want to play for a while.
Yeah.
And I think this is a fun little way to get them to play, build a level 1 character, and like give them a taste of old school meets newer mechanics.
Mm-hmm. And to test out some of the things. I mean, all of the stuff that we've gone over and that we've joked about, you know, the commoner background, the labyrinth warlocks, all the stuff that we're like, we need to do this. Like, you guys can help be part of the motivation for us to actually get off our butts and do this.
Yeah.
Actually, Okami, it's funny. I wanted to, since I know we're doing creatures today, there's one creature that I made in Mistryn that I think would be hilarious to look at.
Ooh.
It's not. It's a surprise. If we get to have time to it,
okay, we
could take a look at it.
Yes.
I definitely want to take a look at.
Speedy doesn't use Roll20, I don't think.
I do.
I would say the three of us would probably use Roll20. Yeah. I don't want poor Bacon. If I say anything, Bacon will be like, "Here, let me teach you to use my Foundry," and I'll be like, "No, I'm good. That's you don't need to make me a video game. No, I'm good."
Yeah.
Please don't.
Bacon's one of those people where it's like, I feel like it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
And for people who just like want to set up a one shot and run it, it's like, I could spend 40 hours learning how to make this look like a movie. Or I could go to Roll20 and set it up in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with either way, but
yeah.
Like, one of them's terrifying.
Yep. Bako uses Foundry. Speedy uses his friend's site?
No, he uses a lot of VTM.
Okay.
And I have VTM, virtual tabletop.
Oh, like Tabletop Simulator?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh yeah.
And
I didn't know people use that for role-playing games.
Bubs uses Roll20.
Like, it makes sense. It just
Roll20 and Clubs uses Roll20 / Google Sheets.
Dungeon Mommy, I don't know what she uses. I don't know what Kirsten, sorry, my bad. Kirsten, I don't know what Nystrick uses. Though Nystrick has never been on stream, so I don't think she's going to be running games for anybody.
I was going to say, like, did I miss a mission? Like a week?
So I don't think she's going to be running for anybody. Nystrick used to be, when we first started the Okami Curry server, Nystrick was one of the first people that was in it. And she talked for a bit. And then she just kind of, like, disappeared. But she was one of the mods in Okami Curry. And so we have there's just a chat for the mods. And we were in that chat for like 8 months before I said something and pinged Nystrick. And Grimjack went, "There's been a girl in this chat the entire time. I have said things that weren't for her ears." I was like, "Bro, she's been here since we started."
Oh my god. Brain implosion in 10, 9, 8.
Sorry, bud. I don't think she's a mod in Okami Curry anymore, but she was at the beginning.
And she didn't block him, so it's all good.
Yeah. She was fine. Okay. I know that Shin knows about Borderlands, but I don't know how much you know about Borderlands, DM Lacara, besides the fact that I love Krieg. And he's the reason why I yell pretty lady. But that is unrelated.
My very best friends have been in a multi-year Borderlands campaign that is ending imminently. But that other than knowing that it exists, that's about it.
Okay.
But it's okay. I catch up fast.
It's fair. So all creatures for today's episode that I've got to show off are from the Borderlands universe. And the way that this person set them up is he's got like the life cycle and then some variants and then like a raid boss version of that monster. So a lot of these stat blocks look very much the same. They're just getting progressively more powerful. I've only made it to the beginning of Bullymongs. Bullymongs are basically Yetis with 4 arms.
Fart?
Yes, boner farts. So when you meet Bullymongs for the first time, there's a scientist guy who hangs out with your crew in the Borderlands games, and he's like, "I'm going to catalog them for science!" And every name that he tries to submit as their new scientific name is already taken, because there's a vast universe out there, and everyone needs to be naming stuff. And he gets so fed up that he goes, "Fine! How about boner farts?" Because he's slightly British.
Line in Borderlands too.
How about boner farts? I bet no one's named anything boner farts before.
But the best is when the screen turns the name of the Bullymongs to boner farts for a bit. Like the game is so self-aware. The game is self-aware, so it makes the joke and turns the enemies that you're fighting, because you're hunting them at the time. It changes the enemy's name in the game to boner farts. And it just does it for a little bit as a sight gag, and you're like, I love that this game has completely flipped the UI on me and now said that I'm killing boner farts. And then when he gets fed up, he's like, "No, it's stupid. Fine." It goes back to Bullymongs, and you're like, "Ah, god damn it, no."
Even the game hates him.
Yeah, that's how it feels. It's like, oh god, even the game doesn't want us to keep this name.
So good. But basically, they punch people, they leap really far in game, and they like to throw rocks. Like that's their 3 things. So I'm noticing particular bar made them walk slow, which they're not slow by any means in the game, but they're slow here. But it gave them a climb speed of 40 feet. The weird thing is, nothing on this first page has any skill bonuses, which I feel like is that doesn't make sense to me. They climb all over shit. They can leap super far. They should have at least athletics, if not
Right.
acrobatics.
Yeah, that does seem weird.
And I know that they're not like the brightest creatures in the universe. They're basically there just to punch and throw rocks, but he made them dumb as hell.
Yeah, he kind of made them stupider than a sack of bricks.
And a PP of 7? Like, come on, man. They don't notice nothing. Believe me, when you're playing Borderlands and a rock comes out of nowhere and just nails you, they're looking around.
Yeah.
But I only got through brats. So they start off as monglets when they don't have their second pair of arms developed yet. And then at the brat level, when they become medium, they have their forearms. So they got a little bit more powerful. But now I'm on adult Bullymongs, which is, I guess, their default state. In Borderlands, almost every creature has like a... Sure, they have a little bit of a life cycle thing, but you don't usually deal with the little ones. It's always normal-sized ones. You do deal with a few monglets at the very beginning of the game, but after that, it's all normal-sized. And then there's like
Monglet is just a great name.
I know.
Right?
And then there's just like a few variants here and there, and then Borderlands has badasses, which are the super strong variant of something. So I think all of these sets of stat blocks have a badass variant.
Oh, all of them do? I thought the badass variant was the slinger.
No, so there's more. The next one is all... Oh, there's a badass in here, and then a bunch of variants, and then the very last page on all of these is like the raid boss version. Super high level, because in Borderlands usually there's a hidden raid boss somewhere that you can find in the world and try to take down. It gives you really good loot, as raid bosses do. What? That's crazy, Awaz. What? Are you just against... I was about to say, do you just not use computers because you're on the farm? And then I was like, that seems mean. Even Courage has a computer.
Sorry, I can't. Anytime I hear someone say they hate computers, I just think of that. Stop all the downloading.
Yeah. So yeah, adult Bullymongs, you're getting a little bit more powerful with your punches and your boulder throw. Also, the baby, like the Monglet, has a range for its ranged attack of 10 or 20 feet, and that just seems
Wild.
like... I understand.
Seems like a lot for D&D.
I understand it's a baby, but like a goblin's gonna hit you for 120 feet with its little short bow, and this thing is way stronger than a human baby.
Hell yeah. Oh, what? Way strong? It's not even comparable,
Yeah.
Okami.
So,
What the hell do you mean way stronger than a human? No shit. If a human baby hits me for a D6, I'm fighting that baby. Roll D20 for initiative. What? Fuck that baby. What? Oh.
I can't get past the mental image of a baby trying to pull a longbow now.
Yeah, for D8 damage? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You mean to tell me that baby and that grown man can both pull that longbow for D8 damage? Get the hell out of here.
all right, Awaz, we gotta get you a new laptop.
I mean, the thing I'm talking to you guys on right now is also from 2016.
I think my laptop might be, but like my laptop is an abomination. Like it has desktop parts in it. And it sounds like a jet engine when it takes off. Yes, join us in the desktop crew. I mean, you can have both, but You can get all the parts that you wanted in your cool gaming laptop in a desktop for like a quarter of the price. Mm-hmm. That's a good point too. Okay, so the only difference between the AC stops going up when it becomes an adult, I guess, until we look at the variants. But it went up from 13 to 15, and now we can throw 2 boulder. Okay, what? Oh, I see. So, wait, are they the same otherwise? Yep. Oh, why is it interesting? The only real difference between adult Bullymong and Bullymong Slinger is that the adult Bullymong can punch you twice, but this Slinger can throw 2 rocks. I feel like you don't need to make a new stat block for that. You could just say, could punch you twice or throw 2 rocks. I didn't realize they were the same until just now, except that one change. I can't see it, but I can feel it.
It was late.
It was late. So next up, we've got our variants. Do you guys want to talk again? Oh, finally, one of them has no saving throws, no skills. They have to have skills. This does not make any sense that none of them have any skills.
I said screw it, no skills.
Saving throws, I guess, make a little bit of sense. Who wants to take a look at any of the new stuff from these guys on the second page?
The Bedrock Bullymong?
Yeah.
Well, outside of it seeming to keep this large sizing, it's got a 17 armor class, 68 hit points, and bone armor? Okay.
You have my attention.
Anytime the Bedrock Bullymong is targeted by a ranged attack, roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, the Bedrock Bullymong is affected by the attack as usual. On a 4 to 6, it is unaffected and the attack is reflected. Okay, so it has deflect arrows built in.
It has 2 baseball bats built into its arms.
Yeah.
Sorry, 4 baseball bats. It has 4 arms.
This thing is basically a frickin' tank. Holy shite.
Ooh.
But like, how do you stop this thing?
You gotta get in range to get double punched, I guess.
For real.
Yeah, so this version, all it does is punch?
Apparently.
It doesn't throw things.
No,
also, why is climbing speed faster than its walking speed?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get that they're supposed to be like Tarzan apes, but like in game, they can keep up with you. Like they can chase you. They don't necessarily have to leap. They just can.
I guess they figured why not.
That's weird. And they're slow. I don't want to, especially because it's large. Like a big old Bullymong chasing you down, you're like, no. It's not like you're outpacing it. Like you don't feel like a cheetah in game. They can keep up with your cars.
Jesus.
That's not frightening at all.
Trying to so the badass just, I mean, in game usually a badass is bigger and it does more damage, sure, but this badass just seems like it has more health. Oh, it can do 3 double punches. Okay, or just 1 rock.
And it's a little faster.
Oh yeah. It's finally normal speed. That's good for you, I guess. Oh, okay. But then we have Demongs. Oh, I get it. I get it. Who wants to talk about Demongs?
I don't know why you guys are cackling, so I'll take it. This one has as much health as the badass and speed. It can flame breath. Where did that come from? Oh,
Why not?
demon. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
got it.
That's why you
Okay.
got the.
Okay. Okay, so it can flame breath and make 2 double punch attacks. So is that? I guess that's 4 punches. Well, it's not really flurry of blows. It doesn't matter.
It's called
Uh,
double punch, but you only punch once. I guess because it's going like both rights or both lefts. I guess.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with
It's
that.
a weird name.
Or it can throw a fireball.
Okay.
Doesn't say where it gets the fireball from.
Yeah, they don't. In game, if you meet a Bullymong that's on fire, it can throw a flaming rock, but it doesn't it can't firebolt. It doesn't key blast.
No, it's not learning a new ability.
I think I would have to change that into he breathes fire on the rock before he throws it. Oh, and I just realized the multi-attack uses flame breath and then makes 2 double punches. So he can only just fireball one time. I understand it does more damage than the rest of the stuff, but give him 2. He's got 4 arms. He should be throwing 4 of them. And you could lower the damage, but whatever. Whatever. +9 to hit isn't too bad. He's CR 9? I would think it would be higher than that at CR 9, but you do you, game. Oh, and then the last one is a bully rot. This is the acid version. Oh, so they get immunity to whatever element that's all over them, I guess. He's got, instead of fireball, acid launch. But this one can't do acid launch or corrosive nova and double punch. It just punches you 3 times. Why doesn't it do... I think the fire one and the acid one should do extra damage of that on their punches. It only makes sense. But corrosive nova... So in Borderlands, if you have a nova shield, when it runs out, it goes... It's not usually someone actually dying to make the nova go off. It's usually a shield is breaking. So it's weird that this Bullymong has a corrosive nova, because that would imply that he's wearing a shield. And not like a medieval shield, like a full body sci-fi shield. But 10d10 acid damage is a lot.
That's a lot.
And this doesn't say that he can only do it a certain number of times. So if you get close, he's not punching you 3 times. He's just acid exploding every time. At least in my game. Just every time.
Yeah. It's like...
Interesting. I don't like the idea of giving the Bullymongs shields, okay? I don't want to see them... Because, assumedly, they've got multiple arms, and they're going to run through the battlefield and just pick them up off of whoever dropped them, because they come from a looter shooter. So that tells me they're going to grab 4 of them, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And then we come to our... Is there another page? I don't think there's... Oh, there's just another page that's like, oh, here's where I got the art. Okay, go. So our raid boss is Mongrelus the Invincible. I think we should read everything that this guy can do. I'm going to assume it's just every ability that all the other Bullymongs have had, but why don't we take a look at it? Who wants to read about Mongrelus the Invincible?
I think Shin has to do it with the voice.
Mongrelus the Invincible. Huge feat. Armor class 20. Hit point 312. Legendary resistance. Lot of big stats. Mongrelus is actually very strong. But not smart. Mongrels have jump stat, int, and charisma. Mongrels have 16 to strength and dex save. Perception +7. Immune to bludge, piercing, and slashing from magical. Can't be charmed, frightened, or stunned. I have dark vision, 60 feet. I have a challenge of 21.
Ooh.
I have bone armor. Anytime I targeted by ranged attack, I can deflect on a 4 to 6. I have multi-attack. I can use Dreadful Roar. Then I make 3 attacks. 1 with Mountain Toss and 2 with Double Punch. Dreadful... that voice hurts my throat after a while.
I didn't mean the entire thing. That was fantastic.
Dreadful Roar. Each creature of Mongrelus the Invincible's choice that is within 120 feet of Mongrelus must succeed on DC 20 Wisdom saving throw, or drop whatever holding, or become frightened of Mongrelus. Creature can attempt to repeat the saving throw at the attempt of each of its turns, ending its fear of Mongrelus. If creature saving throw is successful, it ends effect, and you can't be afraid of Mongrelus for rest of day. Mountain Toss. 16 to hit. 100 to 200 feet. 2 targets.
Oh!
With an average hit of 35. Bludgeoning damage. We toss rocks and mountain.
I've never seen 2 adjacent targets before.
Just whop. Just a boulder flying your way on some Dragon Quest monsters level nonsense. Mongrelus also throw double punch. 60 to hit, reach 10 feet, 1 target. Average hit 30. And sometimes we get sick of your shit. Mongrelus headbutt. 5 foot reach. And if target must succeed on DC 20 con save or be stunned until Mongrelus.
Oh no!
So Mongrelus can just straight up get mad at you, go doof doof, and just headbutt the shit out of you.
He gives you a TBI.
Can we talk for a second about how a huge beast's headbutt reach is only 5 feet?
Yeah. Aren't you glad?
It's like the 1-inch punch of headbutts.
Yeah, it is. It is. But imagine getting hit for 36 damage just raw and then knocked stunned.
The weird thing is he can't do that headbutt in anything else. So like, it's just if he chooses to do that and not his multi attack, that your DM said fuck you in particular.
Yeah. You know, you pissed him off. That fireball you keep trying to cast, he's sick of it. He's sick and tired of it. Oh my god. Mongrelus have 3 legendary actions. Mongrelus can detect, make wisdom perception check. Mongrelus can headbutt, but it costs Mongrelus 2 action. Wait, he has it as a legendary action. Which means he can literally doesn't have to burn his turn. He can wait till you do some shit and just go doof and knock you clean up. And then punch you in the throat. This is ridiculous. He can sniff you out and headbutt you in the same turn. No, Mongrelus is broken. What?
Yeah.
Mongrelus is out here socking people in the head. Just. Oh my god. Mongrelus has probably lived a long time in the demi-plane of sludge. That's why Mongrelus is this is what happened. This is what happened here. Mongrelus can also use his double punch as a legendary action. Again, 3 additional punches after making a punch and throwing mountains at you. I feel like that's a lot. That's a lot. If your DM puts this up against you, your DM's really, really upset. Or I hope you just
giraffe.
But here's the thing. Now hear me out. The catch-22 of it is, though, if you're doing this for a Borderlands style campaign, it's always guns. So range is your best friend.
Yeah.
So the fact that this thing only has 5 feet is probably because if this thing gets close enough to you, it's already a problem.
Yeah. Unless your Vault Hunter has a melee special ability, you're like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Then you up against Mongrelus and just knock the out.
I think I already made the delving into your DMs on this, but like when I first started playing dungeons, when I first started DMing, I didn't really understand the point of legendary actions. I thought it was to showcase like how powerful a monster is, but really it's to even out the action economy for your creature, because your creature, like your party all have their actions and then your creature just has to wait, but legendary actions are there to sort of, you know, make it a little bit more even. It gets more turns basically. And the first time my players got to play against, had to fight a monster that had legendary actions, they were like, it's not his turn. And I was like, after all of your turns, it's his turn. And they were like, excuse me? And I'm just thinking, if I had done that with this guy and stunned them, it would have been so funny from my end. Dunk! Stay. What? And I just realized the headbutt, the stun stays until the end of his turn, so he's gonna duff you. Like he's not, he ain't fucking around. But I will say the end, that little flavor text box, they're like, oh, hordes of other Bullymongs follow wherever he goes. So it's not just him you're fighting. I'm sure there's going to be littler, smaller Bullymongs just beating the tar out of you while this guy is roaring and throwing mountains at you. They'll be everywhere. I'm trying to think. It's not Mongrelus, but early in the game there's like a boss, a mini boss Bullymong that you fight, and there's like a wall of ice behind him, and there's a whole bunch of smaller Bullymongs on the wall. And while you're trying to dodge this guy from just absolutely demolishing you with his fists, all the other Bullymongs on the wall are just throwing rocks down at you. So you could set up your battlefield that way too, like straight up boss battle arena, but the walls are covered in slingers and demongs and bully rods. This could be a problem. I mean, he is CR 21, so that's like total end game stuff. But still, this is a real raid boss. And that was Bullymongs by Particular Bar. It's like 4,209, I think? Question mark? Something like that. And then if you look at this person's, oh my god, what is the thing that we all hate? Home brewery. He's like Loverboy 69 or something, and I'm like, oh, it gets worse.
No.
For real?
No. No, absolutely not.
Particular Bar 4,039. I was close. I was only off by 10. I was close.
Phantom 2049. It's all.
We're gonna move on to our next set of creatures. Where are you guys? I'm gonna send it to you guys first. Boop. If you're on YouTube, you can follow along as we look at this bunch of stat blocks for Rakks by the same author by dropping the description and following along by clicking that link. For those of you on Twitch, I'm in here pinning the message. Rakks. So this is weird because this picture, clearly the Rakk hive is... Okay, two weird things about Rakks in Borderlands. Rakks are these wyvern things that are up here. In the first game, they're incredibly annoying because the hitboxes are absolute garbage on them. So trying to hit them with most of your guns is an absolute hassle. In later
Can
games,
confirm.
you see a rakk, you're like, I'm gonna kill you. I have so many hours to make up for you, son of a bitch. Now that you have hitboxes. Yes, show us your massive rakk. So they're all wyverns. Like they're all flying creatures. They're just over there like
Wyverns.
crying in the air, being annoying. But a rakk hive is like a totally different creature that like is a giant mammoth thing with a weird sort of almost like gaping dragon mouth, and the rakks actually fly outside of its body.
It's
So
got
just
some weird symbiotic
yeah, like
parasite.
a rakk hive
Symbiotic.
isn't a rakk, but all the rakks spawn from it. So I don't know how Borderlands biology works.
Living, moving housing.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
just-
its own creature that does its own thing, and they just
Yeah.
kind of nest in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just it
I mean,
doesn't
it's
have a
cool,
name.
but-
It's just called a rakk hive, and I'm like, but it's not a rakk. So I don't. Okay, whatever. You guys do you. I'm not gonna fight you over it. You chose this. But we need some new music for this. So, Rakks, a flock of deadly predators from the Borderlands. And basically, same idea as the Bullymongs, where it's got life cycle, and then it's got variants, and then instead of a boss rakk, which does exist, I have not yet. Is it even scarier? So instead of the raid boss being a giant rakk, which is a thing that happens, I think Borderlands 2 has a giant rakk raid boss. And technically, isn't Bloodwing? No, Bloodwing's not technically a rakk, but you have to. I'll make everyone sad again. So the main characters in Borderlands are called Vault Hunters, and generally speaking, one of them, like their subtype is always Hunter, which is like Ranger, and usually they're the one that has a pet. And the Vault Hunter that you play as in the first game, his pet is like a hawk thing named Bloodwing. It's not a rakk, but it's some kind of flying creature. And the bad guy gets a hold of it and mutates it, and you have to fucking kill it in one of the later games. And it is the fucking saddest. Like, none of the game has been that sad. Like, yes, people have died, but to kill, like, a creature that you helped raise in previous games, like, oh, it just hurts your heart.
Yeah, I hate when games do stuff like that.
I heard that. It hurts so bad. But like Rakks, annoying. Nobody likes them.
I'm disappointed because I thought it was going to be some kind of like moose or deer thing, and then I was gonna get to tease you about your weird deer.
I mean, I don't know what it's supposed to be honest with you. Like a rakk hive like makes no sense. I guess it could be a boar with a stupid face. And also, it's weird. I'm just realizing now that this guy made Bullymongs, Rakks, and Varkids, but did not make Skags, which are the most common creatures in all of Borderlands. They're like roided out dogs. There's no Skag. Honestly, the rakk hive looks like a really, 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 really big and fucked up Skag.
Maybe it is.
Flak. Yeah, you're right. Flak does have a rakk. That's the hunter from 3. Voiced by
Flak is
ProZD. Also a robot. We think. Nobody knows. Okay, one of them has long range attacks. I was like, none of them? They're all gonna fly by? Oh, they do actually have flyby as an ability. That at least no, one of them has flyby? Why do not all of them have flyby? Okay, we'll get to that.
So these are listed in like the opposite life cycle order of the last one, which is confusing as hell.
Yes, you're correct. I was like, why does it look like he got more power? He's more powerful here. Yeah, uh-huh. Also, to say that rakks are tiny? Get out of here. No way. No way. They're way bigger than your car in Borderlands. And They literally swarm your car so you can't see until it explodes.
Jeez.
Tiny is not the size for an adult rakk. No way.
Oh, didn't you know all of Borderlands is just like a really messed up version of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
It all takes place in miniature form.
Okay, a rakk nest. Okay, that makes sense. It's not listed here, but it's an object because you do have to blow these up if you want rakks to stop spawning a lot of the times. It's not the same thing as a hive, but sometimes there's just like a glob on the floor that rakks will come out of. And particular
Ugh.
bar is saying that they have 10 AC, 20 HP, they're vulnerable to fire, and immune to psychic and poison damage, and that each rakk nest can house up to 5 rakks. That is,
Quite a lot of rakk.
I guess that's acceptable, but they're definitely not tiny. It is weird that they are tiny. Especially because rakk hatch. Okay, rakk hatchling, clearly a flying speed of 10 feet. You are a garbage creature. But clearly this is supposed to be somebody's familiar.
Yeah.
There's no real reason for it to be this weak unless it's a familiar. And it's CR 0. It's a familiar.
Play a normal version
Mm.
of the game and get a fairy dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has better passive percent. It has better PP than the Bullymongs, though. That's good. It's gonna need it because it sucks.
It needs something.
Yeah. And then we go up to Needler Rakks where it's got the spike salvo. Yeah. They will fly over your hood and they will just continuously spike salvo you while like 2 of the other ones are slashing with their tails on the sides. And you'll be like, I can't see. And then your car explodes. And you're like, I hate everything.
Why did the car explode?
I just when it runs out of health, it blows up.
I was going to ask, but, figured there must be a really good reason.
I'm like, most cars don't just explode unless something goes very specifically wrong with them.
Like, is there...
Video game logic!
Car's just like, fuck it.
And in earlier
okay,
Borderlands games, if you're in the car when it explodes, it will immediately down you. In newer games, if you have enough health, you can tank the hit a lot of the time. Pinto Bean, the dog that knows how to use a sword.
I'm sorry, I thought you just said Pinto Beans, the dog who knows how to use a sword.
Oh, the car. No, Pinto Bean is the name of that dog that you always see that starts sword fights with its owners. That's her actual name is Pinto Bean. Welcome to Pandora. Yes. Okay. So this Needler Rakk also has tail slice, but it has a spike salvo. That's fine. Oh, each creature in a 5-foot radius of the shot, if they fail their dex save, they will take 2d4 piercing. That's not bad for a tiny monstrosity, but it certainly should not be tiny. Scorpion Rakks stab you, piercing but no poison. I would add poison onto that, just because.
Why would you call it scorpion otherwise? I mean, then it's just, why is that different than the tail poke?
Yeah.
Which is later, which is this lamest name for an attack I've ever heard.
And because everything else was taken at the moment, so we just went tail poke.
Boner farts and tail pokes. Ooh, I will fist when okay. One of the things I mentioned in the preview for this episode is maybe I'll tell you about my Pavlovian response to playing Borderlands. I love Borderlands. Like, I have spent so many hours in Borderlands 1 and 2 and 1.5 and Tales from the Borderlands. I spent so many hours in Borderlands. I had most of the first Borderlands game memorized. I played it so many times that I could start a new character and be like, "Follow me," and lead people to every legendary there was in the game that you could get. And I love Borderlands. And when I was working at Turtle Beach, I decided for the very first time in my life I was going to take time off from work when Borderlands 3 was going to release, and I was going to have a good time. And then my family said, "Hey, surprise, we're coming to visit." And
Yep.
I now
Yep,
have
they
a
did.
Pavlovian response to anytime someone says, "Let's play Borderlands," or I look at the case, or I'm going to put a Borderlands game in my PlayStation. I feel an overwhelming sense of dread, and I cannot play. And that is why I do not have a copy of Borderlands 4 yet, or have finished. I beat the story of Borderlands 3, but I have not finished the DLCs, even though there's a DLC entirely devoted to my favorite character in the series, which is Krieg. Um, and when Borderlands 4 came out, everyone was like, "Oh, you gonna buy it?" And I go, "No, because I know my family's gonna show up when it comes out." And guess what? They showed up in the release window. I was right. And now I don't wanna boot it up, because what if I put the disc in the drive and my family shows up at my house? I don't want it. And I don't mean the ones that are close by. I mean the ones that are in Arizona. They're the ones who showed up.
Yeah, yeah. That's the impressive part. You summon them from a deep place.
Makes me sad. I love me some Borderlands. I haven't even played. There is a spin. So within Borderlands, there is a D&D analog that is mentioned, and it is the focal point of some of the DLCs in previous games. And they made an entire spin-off game where you play
Mhm.
the Borderlands version of D&D, but
Mhm.
as their Vault Hunters. And Andy Samberg is one of the main characters. And I have not played it, even though I own it, because I dread putting that disc
Oh,
in the
you
drive.
haven't played it?
I have never booted it up.
Okay, folks.
Is okay.
Folks,
No, go
this
ahead.
is the rare moment where we have to ask you to help Okami out. Um, and one of the best ways you can do that is by supporting the channel.
Oh, it
There's
was.
there's a
Oh.
unique way you can do that. DM Lacara, you want to tell them how they can help out?
Oh, I would love to. Hit the buttons, people. If you have money, hit the buttons that give Okami money. There's the Patreon, YouTube subscriptions, Twitch subscriptions, other things, all sorts of things. And we have the Redbubble shop, which has many things on it, and eventually we'll have more things on it again. And if you do not have money but wish you did, like most of us, then you can still help and give Okami money indirectly by hitting buttons like and subscribe and repost and share and all of that stuff to spread us to other people, get Okami's face and weirdness out there, and avoid the demiplane of sludge or the demiplane of home repair.
Yeah, definitely avoid the demi-plane of home repair. You do not want your bastion torn up.
Yeah.
Oof.
It is
Mm-mm.
not fun.
Mm-mm. I think that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Once
Waz, you're
Switch
the
came out.
best. I'm throwing them in for those of you on YouTube because yes, I can see you. I know I won't bother you. I just want you to know that yes, I can see you. I I had this conversation with another friend who had like just started YouTube and Twitch, and every time someone new came into his chat, he pinged each one of them individually, and I was like, don't do that. They do not like that. I'm telling you right now, they do not
Yeah.
like that. They're lurking for a reason.
People like to be able to lurk. I lurk 99.9% of the time.
It's true. The goal is secret engagement.
Yeah. I just found my note that says I have to figure out what's going on, why you can't see those messages. I was like, oh, I didn't do this yet. Damn it. It is on the list. It is on many of the list things. For those of you on YouTube, I'm sending you the same Nightbot links that Awaz added on Twitch. They're just coming in much slower because for some reason Nightbot is super slow on YouTube. Apologies. It works. It's just super slow. Yeah, one turn. I literally it just finished sending the last one. Awa. That's how slow it is on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube fans. Sorry, that's my bad. Wait, what? Sorry, I just moved to the next page and I'm very distracted by chubby rakk. They are not small or tiny. They're huge. They like take up the horizon. I don't understand. What do you mean they're small?
Somebody had what we like to call puberty.
Somebody has
When
what?
a chubby rakk dies, its body dissolves, revealing a random rare magical item. Was
From
it hiding it in its gut?
Yes, and it's from a CR2 creature. So you're getting a CR2 creatures dropping rare magical items? Is this like a shiny Pokemon? It's popping up pretty early if it's dropping rare magical items. So for those of you who are like, huh? Like, based on tiers of play, you should be getting rares in like end of tier 2, start of tier 3, which is like levels 8 to 12-ish. I mean, you could have 1 or 2 for the party, but rare is pretty high because it's common, uncommon, rare.
Not here. Just bust open a chubby rakk.
Pop them out. That was a weird noise. I apologize.
Yeah, don't.
I'm not sure what that was.
Because it says they dissolve, so it's more of like a blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they, well, in Borderlands, depending on what you hit something with, it will die in a different way. If you hit them with acid, they do in fact dissolve. Sometimes also fire. But if it's a humanoid, they scream for an exorbitantly long time. If they die on fire. Okay, so I can't wrap my head around especially a badass rakk being small. Like no way you can ride that thing. There's no way that it is small. These sizes just why? I don't. Okay. At least all of these guys have flyby though. At least he gave them flyby.
So it's clear that sizing in terms of sizing, everything is wrong.
Yeah. These are pretty big creatures. Pretty big creatures. Oh, but your badass rakk has multi attack, so it's only challenge 1. A badass challenge CR1? What is happening here? Okay, sure, whatever. I mean, you could throw a whole bunch of them at your party, sure, if they're small, but well, actually, CR1 creature that can do 3d4 plus 4 and 1d8 plus 4 in one turn, he might drop you in one go.
It's pretty potent.
That seems quite high for CR1 now that I'm thinking about it.
That's nothing to turn your nose up at.
Oh, yeah, they are. For the Geek Dan Games Minis Goo Girls. There are smaller Goo Girls. Also, I love that you're calling them Goo Girls, okay? I just want that to go off into the future. I'm going to tell my boss about Goo Girls later. Assuming he's not still avoiding me. Which is entirely possible.
Have you been paid recently?
He was only 12 days late this month. And so what I said...
We're only 17 days into the month.
Yeah. Yeah. So when he sent me
DM
my
Lacara,
payment...
I know.
when he,
I know.
when he sent me the payment, I went, hey, so are the bounties from affiliate links, do those get paid out with our normal payment? And then he just immediately went offline, and I haven't seen him online since. I'm laughing to keep from crying. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the spirit of Turtle Beach follows you.
I hate it here.
It's truly the spirit of ineptitude. I can't come work there to save you this time. I can't do
No,
it.
don't do it. Don't do it.
I can't this time.
Oh,
To be
but
fair, I think this guy has the integrity not to try to hire someone else right now.
yeah, true.
Good.
I did make a, I think I said it about, did I say it here? I don't know. But since the community manager of Enclave, like we're in the same field, we're doing the same stuff. I was like, yo, would you like to make like a group chat or something? And we could be the council of community managers, or I don't know, name pending. We'll figure it out later. And Zell was like, yes. And then I talked to my new best friend that I met through work. And I was like, okay, I know you do everything, but technically you're also a community manager. Would you like to join the council? And she was like, yes, let's pool our resources. And I'm like, yes. And so I was like, do you know how much cheaper it'll be if there's multiple people like renting a booth at a con? And I'm like, oh, I'm well aware. I'm well aware. I would love to.
I love that you're just fixing what should be common, just simple thoughts, which is confidence. I love that.
Yeah.
It scares me.
May you fare better than I ever have in attempts to do things.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, they made a new Spirit Dragon, like life cycle set of stat blocks in the new books that just came out, The Adventures in Faerun. So maybe we'll be talking about that at some point. That could be fun. I love that. One of the things I did say at the beginning of this was like, we would like to at some point do a, like a make a monster with us or make a creature with us sort of stream. And I figure, like knowing what we know about Borderlands, I was like, I was gonna put the game on and find the creatures, but I have Pavlovian response, and I was like, my knowledge of Borderlands is lowered now, so I wouldn't be able to find these creatures. I know where Varkids are, and I'm pretty sure I can find a Rakk, and you can just start Borderlands 2, and there's Bullymongs everywhere. But I'm like, I don't want to load up 3 different games. Like I just don't want to do that. But
you don't want 3 separate options to
oh my god, yeah.
Family.
Nope, I do not. Nope. I want to be
D20
free.
You just need to roll.
Yeah. I want to be free. So I didn't do that, but eventually we would love to do that with you guys. Just start making stuff up, and it'll be fun. We're gonna get there eventually, for sure. I mean, it had been what did we say? March was the last time we did a creatures, so this is like 8 months difference.
We've definitely been varying it up.
Yeah. We're trying to do some cool stuff. Oh my god, yes, loaders. Now loaders have like real I swear to god, if this guy made loaders and they're like small, I'm gonna lose my shit. They're literally like the robots that Ripley gets into in Aliens. I swear to god, they better be at least large. At least.
I mean, I need you to breathe.
It's okay. Oh, speaking of
Your
that, my
breathing
sister
techniques
just
are
came back.
not.
You were here for like 5 hours today. Go home. Stay at your house.
You said it. You said it. You willed it into existence.
So there's frost Rakks and flame Rakks, and they do the same thing except one's fire and one's ice. And that's about it. One target. Again, I'm still like weirded out by Mongrelises. 2 targets. I've never seen that before. I've seen like 5-foot radius of a point, but I've never seen 2 targets. Did it say adjacent? I think it said adjacent. So like all of his rocks are the same shape. How's he doing that?
Well, I mean, this makes it easy to copy paste it across and change like 5 things. Because
Hmm.
I'm looking at the next page of corrosive rakk, shock rakk, radiated rakk, and badass chromatic rakks. And the first 3 are just more in the evolution chain of rakk.
That's it. And then the badass chromatic just switches. Oh, at least he's got the. Oh, he does all the damages at once. Okay, that's good. Because, like, hear me out. If I was running that guy and this stat block said I got to roll every turn to see what element it is, I'd be pissed off. Come on, it's small and it's a badass. Like, I'm not doing all this because it's gonna die. Like, it's not gonna be cool. It's just straight up gonna die. It's cool that it doesn't gain resistance to that type. It straight up gains immunity. That's something, I suppose. Oh, and the radiation one has an aura. That is the only difference between those 3, really. Oh no, radioactive blast is a shot that. Oh, no, same thing. It just doesn't make you do the save. Oh, Caustic Blast reduces your AC. So, okay, in previous Borderlands games, creatures would have different health meters, and you could use the colors of the health meters in order to tell what to hit them with. So if they have a red health meter, that means they're flesh, and you can burn them really easily. If they have a blue health meter, you hit them with shock because you're breaking their shield. And if they have a yellow health meter, they're made of metal, so you should hit them with acid so you can dissolve it. And I guess you could probably translate that to D&D terms as well. Like if you were running a straight Borderlands kind of campaign where like you're telling your players like, oh, you guys should switch. Normally in Borderlands, you're carrying 4 guns at once, and most people are like, I have a gun for each specific situation. Nowadays, your guns have different ammunitions, so you're technically carrying like 12 different guns at once. If you're really lucky, where everything can change elements or what kind of bullets it fires. But it's a neat idea, very Pokemon-esque. Some people like that, so. Aw, you broke your mini. Okay. I played Warhammer with DT last week, and he spilled his entire drink all over my floor. But the sound was so loud that I thought he knocked his box of Warhammer minis over. And I was like, did you just break all your minis? Did you just break every one of your minis? And he was like, what? No. I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, okay, tell me when you're home, when he left. And when he got home, he was like, hey, so I had a turn a little too sharp, and I threw all my minis across the car. And I was like, oh. And he's like, I didn't break any of them. Some of them are just in half. And I was like, I don't know what you think breaking means, but.
What you just described sounds like broken.
Did he mean like it was easily remediable?
Yeah, I think that's what he meant. I was like, it's still broken. He's like, I'll just glue them back together. I was like, then they're broken, my guy. Ooh. Okay. I have a list of people who have been like, can you 3D print this for me? Eventually, I'm going to get to that list. I don't even know if you're on it, AWAS. But all those people who are out there who sent me things to 3D print. One day I will get there again. Just one day.
Sure.
I apologize. I know it's been a while. It's been a while. We looked at these guys. The raid boss. The raid boss for the Rakks is only CR8? What the? Does this guy just hate Rakks? I mean, we all hate Rakks. Okay, there's nobody out there who's like, hell yeah, I love Rakks. Nobody's saying that. But this guy just wants them to die. Who wants to take a look at the Rakk Hive?
I'll take a peek at the Rakk Hive. It is a huge monstrosity, once again unaligned, much like our last oversized creature.
Oh, TTR.
It is a siege monster. Rakk Hive deals double damage to objects and structures. It is a 18 armor class, 142 hit points, and moves 60 feet per turn. It being a siege monster, it can charge. If it moves at least 10 feet in a straight line, it can do a slam attack, causing a target to take an extra 13 piercing damage. And if it's a creature, they make a DC 17 saving throw or get pushed back. And it's a mobile hive. The Rakk Hive can carry up to 20 Rakks. That's disgusting. 20? Absurd. It's an absurd amount of Rakk.
That's okay, only 1d6 come out.
True.
I've been staring at that, like, is he gonna tell us that Rakks are always coming out? No, okay, just 1d6 of the okay, that's fine. Got to make up your own rules for that.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. No, you can't just be like Rakks.
Oh my god. So I was thinking, if you're running the Rakk Hive, you're probably rolling a, let's see, there's 12? Perfect. Roll a d12 to see which kind of Rakks come out. And then I was like, oh no, that would be awful for my players because they'd make me list each and every one of those 12 differently on the initiative chart.
No, they won't.
1d6 and they're all the same, and that's all you fucking get because I'm not putting anything else on the initiative chart.
Okay, so this thing has a lot of dump stats.
Yeah. This thing is
Why is he so dumb? Oh my! Oh no, he's even less wise. My God. Are these the worst rolls imaginable?
It's got 18 strength. I mean, so do most PCs that are gonna encounter it. Like this is not. I mean, yeah, it's got a lot of hit points. Am I the only one that thinks that the stats on this are weird?
Yeah, no, it's literally built like a walking house.
It is. It's just a battering ram that has eyes.
And some Rakks in it, some of which will never come out.
Yeah, some of which will never come out. Its eyes. You can hear them in there, and you're like, oh well, and you just walk away.
Sounds like a lot of Rakks in there. They don't come out. See you later. It does have the multi-attacks and the stomps, but yeah, I don't see this thing as coming out and my players going, oh no. I feel this is coming out and my players are like, okay.
Yeah, like, unless you're trying to stop a siege, my players would see it on the horizon and just drive away.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I'm not going to get my players to engage it. they're gonna be and be like, oh, we can take it. They're gonna be like, nah.
I can't believe it doesn't have, like, at least it has no ranged attack. At least you could be like, hey, the Rakk Hive shoots out 1d6 Rakks and they all attack you. Like, you could do that. 1d6 is a lot for one attack. Okay, 1d4 Rakks. Like, they come after you. They just come out of its weird holes. If you have a phobia of holes, you will not like a Rakk Hive. Because it's literally just like holes in this weird woolly mammoth thing that they fly out of.
You keep saying it.
I'm trying to think of the name of that. It's like is it Trichotillomania, I think? Question mark?
About that.
If you love Junji Ito, though, you will love a Rakk Hive.
True.
This is my hole!
Junji Ito approves of this.
All right. We have made it through Rakks. I don't... This one sucked. At least the Bullymongs were kind of fun. They're weird. Again, none of these have any skills. How have they made it this far in life with no skills? Are they that stupid? Is that what it is?
Look, it's best that you don't know. Okay?
True. We have one more set of creatures, and those are the Varkids. So if you are on YouTube, you can drop the description of this very video down and follow along with us. If you're on Twitch, basically Slinet. Yep. Yep. Varkids are the insectoid enemies, and one of the things that Varkids are very well known for in the Borderlands games is if you let them be by themselves, like if you attack a Varkid and walk away for like 17 seconds, when you turn around, they'll be in a cocoon, and they are going to come out bigger unless you pop that cocoon. And then if you turn around for another 17 seconds, they'll get in another cocoon and get even bigger. And it'll just keep happening over and over and over again until you have like a super badass ultra mega Varkid. And it is awful. And there's a video on the channel from way back in the day when me and Jack DT and I think it was Piano Knox and Grimjack were all playing Borderlands 2. And we went into a cave that had so many Varkids we couldn't see. There was just Varkids everywhere, and they're all evolving around us. And Jack DT absolutely lost his shit, and he starts screaming at the top of his lungs, "Fuck Charles Darwin! Fuck evolution! Let me out of here!" And it was one of my greatest gaming moments of my young adulthood.
Fuck Charles Darwin. Let me out of here. That is gold.
That was heartfelt.
That really was. That came from the soul. Wow. That is deep.
That goes so much deeper than the worst you wrote in on. That was a genetic level cry.
Yeah, that was like that was a G Gundam, like my love, my anger, and all of my sorrow.
Do you have bug creatures too, Awaz? Oh my god! This is so cute. Oh, now I know what you're talking about when you said the staff. Yeah. Oh, did your bases work? They did. That was a stupid question to ask because obviously I'm looking at them work.
You realize nobody else is looking at what you're looking at.
I'm going to say that Awaz went and got some minis from Geek Tank Games. So all of you guys can use the code and get 20% off your first order. Also, I'm pretty sure as long as you change your email, you can just keep using that 20% off code. I'm pretty sure nobody...
What?
I'm pretty sure no one...
Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, stop telling people how to get around how to take money from the company that's supposed to be paying you right now. Stop talking.
We're gonna shut you up.
AWA's got different bases. Oh, you put foam in them. Interesting. That's a good idea too. I just make everything out of sticky foam because I have so much of. As I stare at my tower of sticky foam, I have so much sticky foam.
Why do you own so much sticky foam?
Because when I started DMing, I realized that I found this. I'm gonna make words one day. There will be words. I will make a video of this too. But when I didn't have a lot of minis to work with, I found I think it's a drive-through RPG, like a PDF that someone made of just bases in their like regular sizes, and it just says like small or medium, large, huge, gargantuan, whatever on them. But I realized I could make those into tokens to put on the board. So I put some sticky foam under them. Well, I laminated them first. I put some sticky foam under them, and I use those to show my players, like if I don't have a mini for something, or if something is now a different size through enlarge reduce. Like when Gladys made the giant ape, it became gargantuan, so I got to throw the gargantuan base underneath it. And I was like, oh, there's a person on eBay who's selling huge packs of sticky foam. I'm just gonna, this is mine now. And I got 3 packages of it, so there's just so much sticky foam. And you can use it for other stuff. I used it for the PvE version of, oh my god, not Casting Shadows, the one that came out after it, Command of Nature, because none of the print and play stuff was flat, but like your cards aren't actually flat. So I put sticky foam under all of those cards to make them feel like the rest of the cards in the game. It's pretty useful. And you can make lots of bases for your minis out of it if you're doing papercraft or what have you. So I was like, that's all I need. I'm good. I'm not gonna flock a base, man. Like DT was looking at flocks to put on his bases for his Warhammer things. And he was like, you can make your bases look better. And I was like, I could. I'm not gonna. If you want to do it, go right ahead. But nope, not for me. So we've got Varkids. So Varkid larvas, they're annoying. Oh no, he really did put in the evolution. Oh, DT is not going to be happy about this. I gotta put these in our sessions. I'm evil.
You're so evil.
When you want to torture your players, here you go. Find something that you know will trigger them.
I'm just imagining him slamming his fist on the table, which is exactly what's going to happen.
No!
But you have Varkid larvas who only have 12 HP on average, but they have a bite. Makes sense. You get swarmed by Varkids. They just like come out of the woodwork literally after you. And they have potted. That makes way more sense than padded. Potted evolution. For the larvas, if they're below 6 HP, they envelop themselves in a pod, which is a small object and has AC 10 and 10 hit points. While inside the pod, the Varkid is incapacitated. At the start of its next turn, if the pod is not destroyed, the Varkid transforms into a Varkid adult and destroys the pod. But just like the game, if you break that pod before the transformation is complete, the larva dies. So sometimes it's a blessing, like if you're fighting a badass and it goes into its pod, and you can kill it before it becomes a super badass because it's suddenly not beating the absolute shit out of you. You're like, oh, I have a chance now. And I'm not saying you got to do this in your D&D game, but in Borderlands proper, anytime you hit like the juicy section of a pod, it counts as a crit. So you have a really good chance if all of you pour bullets into it to take it out. I don't think it has enough health in these stat blocks to really warrant you having to crit it. but you could do that if you want to. That's up to you as the DM. But adults have bite, but it's a little stronger. And they also have poison spit, which they sure do. And then they enter podded evolution when they get to 16 hit points or below. The pod has a bit more health, but the same AC. And same idea, if you don't break this pod before the start of this thing's next turn, it comes out as a badass. And
A lot of
you
want for these badasses. I don't want the badass.
But like, look how much of a jump there is. Varkid larvas CR quarter, Varkid adults CR 1, and then it just jumps up to 5. If your players don't stop this Varkid adult and they're in tier 1, they have problems now, which is exactly what happens in actual Borderlands. Like, oh no, it's a badass. Oh no. Oh no. This guy can spit twice or bite twice, and the damages went up. Oh, and it has Elemental Barrage. Fires a barrage of orbs at a point. And it does 8d8 poison.
Orb.
That's a lot. Oh, but you can make them whatever element you want, they're saying. Oh, so he didn't do the different stat blocks like he did for all the Rakks. Whatever.
He got tired.
He did. It was late.
It was late.
It was late. I just realized they're slow. Like, their walking speed is slow, too. At least they have a normal flight speed, but their walking speed is slow. They're also not slow. Like, you legitimately are running through that cave for your life. There's so many of them.
Now it's just a leisurely stroll.
Yep. But when these guys drop below 25 health, they go into their pod. And still AC 10, but this one has 35 hit points if it dies. What up, Dex? If you don't kill it before its next turn starts, it becomes a super badass. Who wants to tell us about super badasses?
DM Lacara, why would you tell us all about the super badass?
Yeah, let me get out of the horror area that AWOS and I just wandered into. Wow. Okay. Am I covering the super badass?
Yeah.
All right.
DM Lacara, are you okay?
I am. It's not the usual kind of horror you would expect with. We're looking at these weird, gross foam things, and it's like, make this for your kids. Just mix together styrofoam beads and borax, and I'm like, this is not something you should be handing to a child.
No.
That
no.
What is wrong with people?
Who signed off on this? This is not in Better Home Living.
Granted, this is the same way I feel when the Oxford comma sends out these popular shorts on, like, Midwestern moms packing their kids' lunch boxes, and I'm just, like, cringing so hard. Anyway, super off topic. All right.
Does it make you want to turn into a super badass Varkid?
For the children! AC 18, 95 hit points. Let's see. Okay, it's strong, it's fast. It's still dumb as a box of rocks. At least it can understand a language now, I guess. Technically. Multi-attack. Dark vision. 2 bite attacks or 2 poison spit attacks. Ooh, it gets range. Bite, poison spit. 16 poison damage. Okay, that's not terrible. Elemental barrage recharges on a 5 or a 6. It fires a barrage of elemental orbs at a point it can see within 60 feet. DC 18 dex saving throw, taking 10d8 poison damage on a failed save. Okay. If you're going to the effort of calling it an elemental barrage, don't just make it straight poison damage.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of elements that you can do damage of.
It was
Or-
late, so he put a flavor text box. Like, you can change it if you want. I just put the basic one.
Or
He did, yep.
What if you make it some kind of like save versus poison, and it lowers your resistance versus an element?
Mm-hmm. Nah, that would be flavor.
Too much flavor. I'm sorry. I forgot.
I forgot where we were.
We need an "it was late" button.
We do.
You can just hit and like it comes up on the screen like murmur.
Gak, yes! I love Gak.
And then potted evolution. It can
DST.
still pod.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I just realized, okay, Super Badass Varkid and the Ultimate Badass Varkid have the same health pool?
Yep. Because when you become an ultimate badass Varkid, while you have pretty much a little bit more strength, a tiny bit more dex, and a little bit more con, you are still dumber than a bullet clip.
And its actions are identical, and the damage is almost identical.
Come on, man. They're scary in-game. Like, you could do better than this.
It couldn't have been that late.
It couldn't have been that. I definitely feel like he just made a mistake and copy-pasted the health. It should for sure have more health.
Well, he also copy-pasted the elemental variance box from below. And quite literally just changed like one thing. Like, no, this is literally the same creature without the evolution.
Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste.
Disappointing,
Also,
man.
Why is this thing's passive perception so bad?
Yeah, all these creatures have terrible. I get that he is making their wisdom low, but like, oh, he's also not he's 100% not including the proficiency bonus. I just realized, calculation-wise, none of these include the proficiency bonus. I don't know if he knows the calculation for that.
It was late.
It was late.
It was late.
It was late. So, for those of you who are wondering, the proficiency bonus is normally wisdom plus proficiency plus whatever else, if you're actually proficient. So, sorry, 8 plus wisdom bonus plus whatever your proficiency is. So, like, it really can't be 8.
Not too possible.
Yeah.
But it was late.
It was late.
There
is one thing left here, and that's the raid boss Varkid. Which is weird that it says that you can't, Ultimate Badass Varkid can't pod, because that's how you get a Vermivorous. You can make a Vermivorous at almost any point if you really want to die. If you really want to die, you can let a Vermivorous happen in-game. Oh, he's stronger than Mongrelus? Oh, God. Who wants to take this on? This is the pinnacle of Varkid evolution.
I guess I have to let you know all about Vermivorous, the Invincible. You know, the huge monstrosity, once again unaligned. More health, same armor, but a fly speed of 60 feet with bigger strength, more dex, fatter body, and slightly more intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I just have a feeling that if you have some kind of pack tactic, you can't have a negative intelligence.
Hmm.
Hive minds or pack tactics, you just can't have a lowered intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. You have legendary resistances, and on top of it, you have not much. Um, you have the standard bite and poison spit of the fellow Varkid from before, but you also gain a stomping shockwave. Vermivorous stomps, creating a shocking wave of caustic energy. Every creature within 20 feet of Vermivorous must succeed a DC 18 Dex saving throw, taking 16 acid damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful. So you just take acid damage?
Yeah.
can we stop for a moment?
Sure. That was perfectly timed because the music like paused. That was perfectly timed. Perfectly timed.
I need to let this compute in my brain for a minute. So this is a flying monstrosity that is stomping on the ground.
Oh,
And somehow, like, that wasn't enough. It's causing acid damage by stomping.
Not by flying.
My brain hurts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, Awaz. I not necessarily these stat blocks exactly, but I am for sure gonna take that potting ability and put it in my games, 100%. And I'm gonna make very strong eye contact with Jack DT every time I announce that something is potting.
I hate it.
I mean, just like recreate bee drills.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna find
better.
I'm gonna find a picture of actual Vermivorous. There we go. Sorry, you big bitch. Oh, he was the one on the cover.
What is the obsession with acid damage? The next one is acid damage too.
Yeah, he also gains on a 5 or a 6 recharge, with the 5/6 recharge, the ability to fire a barrage of acid orbs at a point it can see within 60 feet, and any creature within 20 feet of the 60 feet of the 20-foot radius of the point must make a DC 21 Dex save or take 16 D8 acid damage. 16 D8. Okay. Again,
I feel like at that point, use a
terms-
bigger die.
Yeah, he's huge, and he's using D8s.
Again, if you get targeted by this, your DM does not love you. Your DM does not care. And your DM wants to kill you.
Mega bee drill. Basically. Okay. They love. You're right. They love. I think in game though he does do acid damage. I don't know. I guess it's because in Borderlands you don't. There is no. I mean, he made the lesser ones do poison, but in Borderlands there is no poison per se. There's only acid. But it's weird to make this guy now do acid when all the other ones have done poison by default. That is very weird. All your minis, Awaz? Share them all if you haven't already. I haven't looked at Okami Gray. I see that there's a message in there. I'm just assuming it's from Foxinator. just an assumption.
Oh god, make a bee drill. Oh god.
Oh, that's your worst nightmare. I just realized. I'm so sorry. Okay. We know it has bite for its legendary action, but its cost 2 actions legendary action is pod breath, where it just spews forth larval Varkid pods. However, this does not say how many. So you like rolling a d20 and making babies?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, he's
By
using
breathing.
D8s normally, so I'm like, give him
I'm
something
rolling a
good.
D100.
Oh my god! Oh no!
I'm rolling a D100 and I'm staring my players in the eyes. I'm asking them what they'd like to do this turn.
I don't commit hard theory. I can't get past the idea that when this thing casts pod breath, it sounds like pew 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 pew. It just like goes around like a sprinkler.
It has to now.
Agreed. You spin the mini on the table. You take out. You have to get one of the stands that rotates, and you're like, it
Yep.
uses pod breath, and then you spin it.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I love this. Yes. Yeah. To answer your question, yeah, I'm using Vermivorous now, and just doing that exactly.
That is the only thing I'm doing for Remembrance now.
But I'm also gonna make the pods come out of its mouth and its butt
Of course.
for reasons.
Why else? You don't need to explain the reason. We know the reason.
I would not use the Rakks though. Like the Rakks don't do anything for me, and the fact that they're all supposed to be small like hurts my head. No, they're not small. They're not small at all.
I have a feeling that just the creatures as a whole are a little underwhelming and or a little too copy pasted at times.
Yeah. Definitely someone who really likes Borderlands and just got into D&D. I was like, I can do this.
Like, kudos.
Yeah, you did way more than I've done, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
It was late, but the fact that also not a single one of these creatures has a single skill is crazy.
Listen, you can make whatever you want of pseudo of pods, and just say screw it one day. When you're really sick and tired of your table, just
Fist. Yes. Oh, Fist. I don't know if you were here lurking before. I knew there were people lurking, but I don't go look because I know that people who are lurking want to lurk. But yeah, I said to Awaz earlier that if we do the 5-man crew of Foxinator, Ninebreaker, Jared, Awaz, and you, I think everyone has played before, so I got to do a session 0 with you. And, well, I guess boot camp more likely. At some point, we got to do that. But also, I feel like I can run boot camp with more than one person. Like maybe we'll ping the Discord at some point and be like, hey, I'm gonna do D&D boot camp, which is what I want to do in person anyway. I would just love to run D&D boot camps all the time. That'd be so much fun. And then you can do a one-shot later. But like just to get people into the game, show them how to make a character.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess 2 different boot camps. Making a character, I think, is boot camp number 2. I think boot camp number 1 is like ask people what they like to do, give them a sheet, and have them play it to see what they like and don't like. And then you give them you help them build a character. I like that idea better, rather than doing them both at the same time and confusing someone with all the rules and shit.
Now throw the rules at them.
Yo, we can even fight Bullymongs and Varkids, bruh. That could be your thing. There is a, I don't know if it's a, there is the Borderlands equivalent of D&D is Bunkers and Badasses. There is a Bunkers and Badasses like rule book. You can play Bunkers and Badasses IRL. But there's also, which Bunkers and Badasses is like a legitimate TTRPG. There's also Mr. Torg's Arena of Badassery. I'm not making that up. That's the legit name of the game. But Mr. Torg's Arena of Badassery is closer to a war game than a TTRPG. So like whatever flavor you want to go play, both of those exist for the Borderlands universe.
Well, Okami, I don't know if you got a second, but I'd
Hell
like
yeah.
to submit something for a creature's approval.
Let's
It's
look.
simple. It's super simple. It's even faster and even quicker. So we're gonna make it so that you can see it.
Whoa. Okay, stream's fine. My monitor just turned off for no reason. That was fun.
Right?
Oh my god, what slime? Oh, did you make something to take out us lactose intolerant folks, you jerk? How dare
Not
you?
necessarily.
How dare you?
I just had fun. These are very simple base versions of them, but these are creatures that exist. Where they exist between Cardna and Mistryn, who knows? These are actually designed though for Mistryn, but I
Ooh.
realized that anything I designed for one, I could technically just yank over to the other. Not difficult. But this is called the Dairy Slime family, and it's 3 unique creatures. All evolution, one of the evolutions of the next, of a certain slime creature you could encounter if you're not careful.
Ooh.
Do you want me to share this in the chats?
If you'd like.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. For those of you on YouTube, this is not in your description yet. It will be by the time this video comes out as a VOD. But for now, you can click the link right here. And for those of you on Twitch, bam, you can follow along right here with us. Bloop.
So, DM Lacara, maybe you want to read just a simple blurb on a early version of a dairy slime, a milk sprout for me.
A small pulsating mound of coral-colored slime, roughly the size of a human head. You know, just for reference. Slowly oozing across the forest floor. It leaves a faintly acidic trail in its wake. Aren't we about to sail to a big forested island?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are. It would be crazy, right? Milk sprouts are creatures that you would encounter in the forests of Mistryn. They are, though, just neutral creatures. They don't really bother anybody, you know. They exist. They just kind of float about, melting stuff down and going about their day. I keep the hit dice kind of simple. When I reference hit dice, it's just a D8. So they have 1d8 health. They can do 1d4 acid damage. Haha, acid damage. Back again.
That makes sense.
But it attacks with a corrosive ooze. And basically, if you go down a little bit, you'll see that it is amorphous. So it can fit through. The idea is that it can squeeze through things. If you lock a door, this thing can slide under the door or probably melt the door in its path. Any creature that steps in its path will take a point of acid damage. And you can't charm it, put it to sleep, paralyze it, poison it, or affect it by cold because it's a slime. But if you happen to break it down with a non-magical weapon, it will split into 2 smaller sprouts, each with 1 HP.
No.
My players are terrified of slimes and oozes because they fought some ochre jellies when we first started the campaign, and they just kept cutting them and making more of them. And I was like, all right, if you guys are going to keep cutting them. And they're like, no, all slimes separate the moment you hit them. I'm like, sure. If that's what you think. Yep, sure. Yep. So they're terrified of slimes. They think all slimes just continually split, no matter what. All right. Sure. We'll go with that.
In this case, they do. In this case, they do. But if you let one crawl around the forest long enough, they kind of get bigger. Go and scroll down.
Oh, that's a big boy.
And I'm going to tell you about the way creeper. A larger, more aggressive mass of coral-colored slime, roughly the size of a large dog. It pulses with an eerie luminescence and moves with surprising speed, leaving a visible corrosive track. Think lickers in Resident Evil. But it doesn't necessarily run at you because it's like quadrupedal. It just forms the legs that it needs to run at you because at the end of the day, it's still a slime.
Oh, I see. He's his own treadmill.
It goes up to a 4d8 in health. And it gains the engulf ability.
Ooh.
Yeah. A way creeper will essentially attempt to envelop a single creature. They make a save versus paralysis. Or end up engulfed, taking 1d6 acid damage per round, and their armor begins to corrode. Non-magical armor is destroyed in 1d4 rounds unless cleaned thoroughly. Magic armor gets a -1 AC penalty per round until cleaned. And engulfed creatures cannot attack, but can attempt a strength check DC 15 to escape.
Ooh.
So yeah, if you get eaten by this thing, which will just unhinge its existence and eat you, and you happen to have some really nice magical armor on, you know, you might not have that great of AC with it anymore, which is kind of upsetting. I faced a rust monster in older D&D, and I don't like them.
Oh.
Yeah. But this thing is an alien. Well, it's a slime creature, so I gave it a fire weakness. Once it gets a little bigger, but it gets bigger than this. And Okami, I'm gonna let you read it.
The curd mother. I love all the shrooms that are coming off of it. That's nice. A truly enormous, roughly humanoid mass of living, pulsating, coral-colored slime, standing over 10 feet tall. Its skin oozes continually, and its mouth is a gaping maw of corrosive enzymes. A crown of grotesque fungi sprouts from its head. Okay, I gotta know, what is the second number after AC?
So if you were going an old school AC, down to 0 being a 20, so a 5 is an equivalent of a 14 AC.
Gotcha. Okay.
Depending on which way you're going, because it's written for OSE, OSR, so depending on which way you want to go.
Cool. 8d8 hit dice. Okay. Attack 2 pseudopod and 1 so it can do... Oh. It can do 2 pseudopod, or it can suck somebody up. And then acid damage per pseudopod, or engulf. 30 feet. That is surprisingly agile for this big dude. Save as a fighter 8. What is that like? You're looking at the stat block for a fighter at level 8?
So you use save versus and in older D&D, so you have like a save chart. And so if you want to save, it's like an 8th level fighter.
Okay.
So save versus doom, poison, and all that stuff going across the round.
Gotcha. Morale of 11, because you can run this in your 5e game. I think it's mentioned somewhere in the DMG that's like you could use morale if you want to, but basically it's like, would these creatures leave a battle if they start losing it? It is a little different than 40k has this thing called battle shock, where if a creature or a unit loses either half of its health if it's a creature, or loses half of its unit if it's a unit, they have to take a battle shock test, and if they fail their battle shock test, there's a quality called leadership that all the units have. If you fail your battle shock test, so you roll lower than your leadership, your character, your creatures, your units don't leave the battle, but they can't be targeted by stratagems, which is like how you as the player help your army, and they can't capture objectives because they're too scared. But morale is more like, this creature gonna bolt. This guy's chaotic, a mindless destructive force, and 800 XP is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing doesn't really care if you run into it. Now, I know Lacara is quiet because I think that if she feels like if you guys run into this in Cardinal, you're gonna have a bad time.
Maybe a little.
I was just concerned looking at the art for it, because I was like, that looks familiar.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, the style of the trees and everything. Looks like
Just
your
a bit.
original tarot style class pictures. I know how your brain works.
It's not untrue. Lacara, listen, the worst thing you have to worry about is that it does have an engulf, and as I mentioned before, it's pseudopod. It allows it to throw acid around.
Mhm.
But it also has a couple of additional things. It has bile. The curd mother can secrete a vile, milky substance from its skin, forming it into small pools where it slams its fist. Any creature within 10 feet of the pool take 1d4 acid damage and reduce their movement feet to 5 feet. Not by 5 feet, to 5 feet. It also has overgrowth. 2d6 various corrupt fungi grow within its reach, having random effects on all creatures within 5 feet of its spore caps. Make a save versus poison.
Mhm.
I let you flavor the fungus to have whatever effects you'd like. There are various fungus in Mistryn that I give, but there's also various fungus in Cardina that exists.
Truly an alchemist.
Lacara's too quiet. She's nervous, and I don't need. It's
No, I'm
immune
just-
to charm.
No,
Please.
I'm just thinking I've got a range weapon now.
You do actually. Yes, you do. It's
True.
immune to sleep, charm, paralysis, poison, cold, and normal weapons. Basically, if you swing at this thing with a normal weapon, it will tell you that your weapons do not harm it, and then swat you away.
Checking my song options for fire.
And if you happen to hit it with a non-magical weapon at 0 HP, it breaks into 1d4 way creepers, each with 2d8 HP. Otherwise, it'll leave behind a pool of inert corrosive fluid.
Does that mean someone can put it in a vial and carry it with them?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Maybe, but maybe that just means it could grow into a new milk sprout.
I say that
Okay, so
specifically
tight lid.
because when my players made their way through Wave Echo Cave, I had a room full of like bioluminescent shrooms, and it was making fungal zombies that was in there, and they realized it was magical. It also made some magical items, and they burned the room down, and their magical items also dissolved, and they were mad about it. But Jack DT, as our ranger, took a vial of the shrooms with him, and like 12 sessions later, he was like, I'm gonna hurt this guy, and he was like, I'm gonna take out that vial of shrooms and I'm gonna throw it on him. And the rest of the party went, no. And I was like, yes.
Like, yes, for him, please.
Well,
I
yes,
love
yes, you should.
I love when players do the work for me. Like watching the players conjure the creature for me. I'm just like, wow, you guys rushed headfirst into death.
Thankfully, the party had Bacon on it, and Bacon's character's all about fire, so Bacon was just like, ah! Everything in that room was on fire after that. No chances taken. And I was like, aww.
The old-fashioned.
I am literally searching within my character sheet right now for fire.
You might be fine, Alistair.
I don't have
Alright.
anything that does fire.
You don't, because it's the sea. Well, you know, you
Dun,
do have...
dun, dun.
You might have something with fire that involves fire of some kind. I'm looking at it.
That's a suspicious thing to say.
But you won't
I
need
have-
fire where you're going.
Torches. that somehow sounds even worse.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh dear.
I'll put it to you this way. This is not... You guys have to get to Oakhaven first.
That's true.
You guys are still on the sea. And you guys got some sailing to do.
I don't think it's a bad idea to use fire on almost anything that we've encountered so far in Garden.
Brother!
There's too
Get the
much
flamer!
water.
The heavy flamer.
I actually don't disagree with that statement. Like, I'm pretty sure if you guys ever find, like, a flamethrower of some kind, you should hold on to it for the rest of the game. Just, if I tell you it's limited ammunition, you should count the shots and not give it to Speedy. But yes, I wanted to share with you guys the milk sprout, and the dairy slimes, because they are simple creatures. They can be adapted however you want. Like I said, they can easily be adapted to 5e. But they're, I think, a fun little thing, and I like the idea of creature family. I think they're just fun. Is it Pokemon-esque? Kinda. A little bit.
But you could even go like old school beat 'em ups where like the games didn't have enough memory for them to keep drawing new sprites, so they would just take that one character and change their color palette.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be Pokemon-esque. It could just be that guy, but in a new area, a little bit more health, different color.
Oh yeah. If you're fighting dwarves in the mountains, they're mountain dwarves. If you're fighting dwarves in the snowy mountains, they're snowy mountain dwarves.
But that is what we wanted to talk to you guys and gals about tonight. Sorry, you players of all classes tonight. Wrong ending for the wrong kind of video. But we do have a poll for next week's topic.
Sweet poll.
If you are on YouTube, I can't make the poll option pop up because we have too many options. YouTube's polls are only 4 things. So you can leave a comment here. You have 24 hours from whenever this stream ends to put in your votes so that I can make the thumbnail and work on what we're going to talk about next week. For those of you on Twitch, though, you can totally answer this poll that I'm about to make. But our options for next week's stream are articles, backgrounds, feats, items, maps, And finally, one-shot supplements, which has been on here for quite a while, and I feel
We
like
gotta replace it with just roundtable plays. You didn't put the option
Ooh.
yet.
It's true. Nobody's voted
You know
for
that if we
one-shot supplements, so
and I can tell you right now, if there's one person that we could call upon, and they'll be ready. Clubs. If you say to clubs, hey, do you think you could do a one shot of anything next Monday? He'll come with some shit.
Let me say, removing a one-shot supplement and replacing with DM Roundtable plays.
Yeah.
I think it's about time.
One-shot supplements is our lowest requested thing. We've only done it twice. Everything else is at least 4 episodes.
But think about it. It'll go from one shot supplements to us showing one shot supplements by playing them as one shots.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Could be.
Boom.
Yeah.
Reinventing the wheel, aka more play. More time.
Need more cowbell and more guillotine.
More you. Let them eat more cake. Let them be fat.
Yeah. And I don't know about like if we start doing one shots on a semi-regular schedule, I will do a test run
Yes.
of conduiting
Yes.
Enclave for us.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like I'm gonna have to make a new character.
No.
No,
You
I
don't.
love Torin.
Yeah, bring Torn back. What? You
He
think
did just
do
get
you
to level
think
2, so he has his new perk.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you just hit level 2.
Yep. Now do you see why they want to make you a greeter?
My main agent is 1 mission shy of level 4 now.
So the level up scheme in Enclave is you just have to play as many missions as the level that you're going up to. So
That's V1.
oh, there's new
V2,
rules?
yeah, so V2, if you have a V2 character, Seraphina would be like level 6 by now. By V2, you get 2 missions to get to level 2, and then every mission thereafter is just 3.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, so the progression is faster. But yeah, and I've made 2 more characters since then.
Holy hell.
It's fun.
One of the things I'm talking to, I still haven't had my meeting with. I was supposed to have a meeting with Zella last week. For those of you who also want to play Enclave or are interested in it, I was supposed to have a meeting with her so that she could teach me how to be annoying to people in person about the TTRPG stuff that I'm trying to sell, and I'm going to tell her about how to make videos and how she can break down. She's currently working on an FAQ alongside like all the probably most well-known conduits in the Enclave server, for how to like get people on board with conduiting. And I was like, so many of these topics would be great for, you could do a short if it's short enough, but you could just do a long form video on like, put like 4 or 5 of these bullets together and bam, you have a nice little long form video that one or more of the conduits can talk about. So eventually they're going to get into that stuff. I do not know if it's going to end up on the Robbie Lava channel, because I was trying to figure out if Zella also uploads things there, but it doesn't seem like it. I think it's just Robbie who does that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. So I'm not sure where it's going to go, but they are going to start working on some like video FAQs in the near-ish future.
And some commentaries.
Yeah.
On past ones. Past missions.
Robbie most of the stuff on the Robbie Lava Games, Robbie Lava Diceless Games channel are Let's Plays. I don't know if he's, actual plays. I don't know if he's in all of them though. I think it's just whoever wants to be, or like the VIP games are in there, I think. I could be wrong.
Recorded missions are not exactly the same thing as MVP missions.
Okay.
The MVP missions were only for the Kickstarter.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he does conduit most of the things on the channel, but I don't think all of them.
Interesting.
I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Interesting.
Haven't watched them all.
Oh, I'm sure there's like hundreds of hours of content.
I think they've only been uploading videos for the past like year or two. So it's not like they have like way fewer videos than you do.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
But yeah. But like each mission is between like, you know, an hour and a half and 4 hours long.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good question. Why don't as far as I know, Fist can't vote for some reason. Like, it just doesn't work for him. But he could tell us. I think he can see the poll. He can't vote in it, though. I'm not 100% sure. Good question for Dex.
It's like AWOL's not being able to see that.
Yeah. Exactly that. I'm thinking of currently the only person that I'm a patron of on Patreon is Moonlight Maps. I'm thinking I don't need any more maps, like, and they're all digital, so I don't use them very often because I play mostly physical. And I'm like, should I just cancel? But the way that Moonlight Maps releases maps is usually if there's a collaboration between Moonlight Maps and someone writing an adventure, the number's like 5 numbers ahead of where the maps are being released. And like, it's gonna kill me if I have like 4 maps that I didn't get, like, to make the numbers actually end. Like, it's gonna make me very angry. And I'm like, can you just catch up, my dude? Can you just make the numbers like line up, and then I'll be out. I'll be fine. It's fine.
I'm twitching.
Yeah. Awaz, if you want to talk maps, let me know. I have a lot of maps on my computer, and like, I don't really DM digitally, so I got plenty. I mean, I have lots of maps in person too, hundreds, but I have more on the computer for sure.
For real. Okami shared them with me, and like, there are thousands, literally.
I got a lot.
It was like one of those things where it was like, hey, you need some maps. Except when he opened his jacket, it was just like cascades of paper.
Hey, you need a map?
I'm trying to think of what would he it's hard to come up with a what are you cartographering, like the what are you cartographer. I need a Resident Evil 4 reference, but I can't.
I mean, why don't you just say, what are you mapping?
It works
what are you
too.
scrying?
Oh, what are you mapping? What are you scrying? Yes. If you've never played Resident Evil 4, the guy who sells you guns just shows up random places. He's got like a bandana and a face mask on. He just has a huge trench coat. And anytime you walk up to him, he goes, "Oh, what are you buying? What are you selling?" And he opens his trench coat, and you can like buy bazookas from him, even though it should not fit inside his trench coat. Man's got everything.
Shoot. I do unfortunately have to make my way.
We are almost done. I think there's probably like less than a minute left on this poll. Fist, I will write the topics in here, and then you can just tell us what you want your vote to be for. I don't have to put it in there. I'm totally fine with that.
Tell you what to vote for.
For all of you out there, again, if you're not voting in the digital physical poll, the physical digital poll, that's totally fine. You can just tell us. You have 24 hours from when the stream ends to tell us before it gets decided, because I make a poll in the DM Roundtable chat. But it looks like we have one one community vote for DM Roundtable plays so far.
Oh.
And Fist, I'm gonna talk to you in a minute, so like you can tell me on Discord if you want that as well. But yeah, I will see 2 votes for. I'm pretty sure DM Roundtable plays is gonna win. Okay. Okay. Okay.
What a shame. DM Roundtable winning. And playing winning.
Yeah. We will make our poll, and then I'll let y'all know. You also next week, Monday will be DM Roundtable, and then it looks like the following Sunday will be the thank you stream. And you guys voted for us playing Rivals, so how many of you are going to be my Mon Amis? Because at least one of us is going to be playing Gambit at some point, okay? Okay, okay. But yeah, we will see all of you next week for more DM Roundtable, which will probably be DM Roundtable plays. Ooh, I can't wait to see who's going to be. I mean, you guys can like rock, paper, scissors or fight over who wants to run. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. But we'll see what happens. Until then, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you, YouTube. I'm going to put the thing in the YouTube chat so that maybe within the next 5 minutes, it'll actually say bye. I'll do that one first. But roll your dice, be nice, have fun, and that's about it. Where can they find you two if they want to find you this week when you're not here on DM Roundtable?
Probably still in a dimension of home repair.
Oh God,
No.
I'm so sorry.
Finalizing things though. We have reached the tail end of it.
I hope it goes smoothly and
Yeah.
cheaply.
Ooh, also yes.
2 so far.
Sucks. How about you, DM Lacara? Well, obviously, I think they know now they have to go to the Enclave server if they want to hang out with you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not on there that much. Like,
Are you sure about that? Cue the John Cena gif.
I feel like you're blowing it up more. I mean, I don't like just sit there and chat with people. I just like come on and play games and then disappear again and talk to Zilla behind the scenes.
Yeah, but they like you.
I like them too. They're nice. Yes. So yes, I exist on the Enclave server if people want to track me down.
Exclusively hangs out 3 times a week. That's good.
Stop making fun of me.
Hey, Wes, we're gonna get you to play as well. in something.
Yes.
It's gonna happen eventually. And now that Zella knows that we're like, oh, we would love it if she played, she'll be bothering you. I can guarantee that. So sorry? Question mark?
Not really.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. Not sorry. We'll get you into games.
Yeah.
Maybe we get you into a one shot on here sometime. Okay.
I would be okay with that too.
Mm-hmm.
But bye everybody. Enjoy your games.
Bye.
Bye.
Good
Bye
night,
Twitch.
everybody.
Bye YouTube.